taking Raven to the vet now. Wish her luck. Okay, ready? Good girl. I'm gonna bring her in. You'll be okay, Raven. Alright, so I'm back home. Raven didn't want me to leave. Poor girl was like pulling on the leash like crazy as the vet was bringing her in. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because Raven was restless. I'll just start from the beginning when all of this kind of started. If you watched my video last week titled Recharge, where I was just walking in the woods with Raven, you'll notice near the end I start playing with Raven and I throw like a stick around because she wanted to play fetch. Played fetch in the woods there and she seemed fine the whole time we were there, but by the time we went home she started limping. And I didn't think much of it at the time because it gradually got better. And I checked her paws and everything looked normal. There was no cuts or anything like that. And so I thought that it'd just go away. And then just yesterday morning, we went for a walk. She was walking like normal. And then I take her off the leash just so that she could just like prance around and stuff like that. And she just ran moderately. She didn't run like crazy or anything, but she started just limping afterwards. And then she just didn't want to leave her leg down, and it got worse. Throughout the day yesterday, she didn't want to put her left hind leg down, and whenever I like held her foot and then pushed up, it would hurt her and she would like squeal. And Raven is really stoic when it comes to pain. She doesn't yelp or cry a whole lot often, and so I can tell like this really hurts her because she's doing that. Most of the time Raven hides her pain very well, and sometimes I don't even know. But like it really bums me out because I can see in her eyes that she wants to play. She has tons of energy and her body just won't let her do it because her leg hurts. Like, and I don't want to put more pressure on it by playing with her. Like I can play tug of war with her, I can throw a ball and stuff, but she'll be limping on 3 legs. And so I didn't want to do that yesterday, and so I just let her rest most of the day. She's healthy, you know, she's still eating, pooping, peeing and everything. She did all of that this morning before we went to the vet. But here's the strangest thing about this entire thing. I call it the springtime curse. And that's because every time spring rolls around and snow melts, that's when Raven's behavior changes and she acts strange. And then something happens to where I'm forced to bring her to the vet for a checkup, and then I go through this like anxiety phase and everything, and I get worried, and then I'm just stressed out, you know, for the whole month. This strange thing has been happening for the past like 4 years, where like springtime rolls around and the snow melts, something happens. I don't know why. And I was prepared for it this year also. That's the stupidest thing and the weirdest thing ever. Like a couple weeks ago, I was thinking to myself, something is going to happen to Raven, because it always does. And so I was trying to be careful. I was monitoring her and keeping an eye on her and everything and make sure nothing happens, and then something ends up happening. But this time it seems a little bit better than all the other issues. Like this particular issue, it seems to be a little bit easier to fix, and it's not as dramatic, I guess. But it still bums me out seeing her in pain like this. Like, it's not that big of an emergency like how last year's issue was, where she had a GI tract issue. So that was really horrible. And then the year before was a GI tract issue around this time also. The year before it was some sort of like foot or leg issue. And then the year before was because she needed to be spaded. Like, even though she needed to get spayed, like, it was still like awful to see her having to go through the process of healing up and stuff like that. And then prior to that was her acting strange because she was going through like her cycles, you know, because she hasn't been spayed at that time. That time Raven acted like motherly, where she would like cry and stuff like that. She would grab a toy and she'd bring it to her bed, and then she'd cry and lick it and stuff, and treat it like it's her young or something. And I didn't know what that was at the time. But yeah, during early spring when the snow actually melts, that's when all the poop and pee starts to like melt into the ground and it starts evaporating. And Raven is very like meticulous on where she steps in the grass. So like when she pees and poops in a particular area, and she actively tries to avoid that area where she poops and pees when she plays and stuff. And so like if she ends up like chasing a squirrel out to that area and then she realizes she's there, she just freezes up and she doesn't want to move, and she like looks around to make sure she's not stepping on pee or poop. It's really, really strange. And so when the snow melts, all the pee and poop from other dogs off the side of the sidewalk, she like tries to avoid all of that. And for the past like 4 or 5 years, I didn't understand that until now. Like maybe just like a couple weeks ago, I finally like made that connection and realized that Raven acts weird when the snow melts because she smells the poop and pee from other dogs off the side of the sidewalk. And so like all she wants to do during this time is go out, pee, poop, and then go back home. She doesn't want to run around in the grass because she hates it, because she knows all of that stuff is around. And so knowing that now, I'm a little bit more relieved, and I know why she's acting strange. But then for some reason something still happens, you know, where I need to bring her to the vet. I would love a springtime year where I don't need to bring her to the vet aside from her regular scheduled vet visit. But right now I gotta go and make a video, and so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna try to be productive. I can spend some time cleaning the shed. I spent time cleaning the van in my bedroom already, so everything's spotless and clean and organized. Now I can move on to the shed. The shed has been cleaned mostly already. I just need to clean this side of the shed. The other side is pretty organized right now. And now that it's getting cooler and not freezing cold anymore, I'm gonna start building the door for the back door for the shed. And then I should get some of the small tedious stuff done also. I'll probably put in a window, and I need to edit a ton of videos. I've already butchered all of my chickens. I don't have any more chickens, but my local area where I do get my chickens, I hear that they have silkies, and so I really want to go get like a few silkies, and then I might get some Cornish cross also if they have any. We'll see what ends up happening. But I'll need to do a lot of cleanup around the shed, but now that it's beginning to get nicer, I'm more motivated to be out here to do stuff. But thanks for letting me talk. I really wanted to go live stream, you know, but I'm waiting on a phone call, so I don't want to live stream as I'm waiting for a call. I might live stream later if everything goes well and Raven's home. I might live stream later. But yeah, I appreciate everyone listening, because like this really helps me. Like, and this also helps me document my life as well. Like the things that happen in my life, I like to talk about it and post it, and so I can go back on it like a year from now or later, you know, and see what happened throughout my journey. It's nice being able to talk and vent. So thanks for listening. Oh, actually, if you're still watching, I actually built a Discord server. It's still in like construction. I'm still trying to figure things out, but I guess it's ready at this point. I just need a few moderators. I would prefer to have the same moderators as I do on YouTube on my Discord. And so I'm not really accepting any new moderators at the moment. I'll figure things out as I go, but I'll leave a link down below for the invite to my Discord server, and consider sharing it with other people too, or inviting other people also. It'd be really cool to really build out this Clueless Bushcraft community. I have a bunch of topics that we can go over, and I'm going to be using Discord as sort of like my central hub for everything. I'd still like my website to be a central hub, but I'm going to find a purpose for my website eventually. But for now, my Discord will be the place for everything Clueless Bushcraft, and more personal stuff, maybe even. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, join my Discord server. And I've already had a few questions about Raven's vet bill. I wasn't able to bring her to the emergency vet because it was going to cost like an arm and a leg. X-rays would have cost like $200 or something like that. It was ridiculous because it's the emergency vet. Like, the emergency fund that I had wouldn't have covered that visit, and so that's why I waited until today to bring Raven to the vet. And I brought her to my local vet, and so they're pretty much just checking up on her right now, and they'll call me when they're ready and when we figure things out as we go. And a few people asked if they can donate and stuff, and a few people already have since I've posted about this. If you want, you don't have to, but it's just going to help replenish her emergency fund. I have all of the links down below if you do want to donate. You don't have to. If you want to but you can't, you can always watch all my videos and watch all the way through all the ads and stuff like that, and then watch all the videos, like, comment, share. All of that stuff helps. And so yeah, that's all I've got for you today until I pick Raven up and then maybe do a live stream. I'm not really sure yet. We'll see. Okay, ready? Good girl.